Hello, it's Linda. I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator here in Australia, and today I'm back with day 8 of my 10 days of video tutorials, which is my little Christmas gift to you. And today I'm introducing you to a brand new stamp set and framelits package, a bundle that will be available in our occasions catalogue that comes out on January 4. If you're already a demonstrator, you'll be able to order them now, but if you're a customer, you just need to wait a little longer till the 4th of January, and then you'll be able to get your hands on these. They're gorgeous. When I first saw them in the catalogue, I thought, oh, another flower set. Well, I don't really need any more of those. However, these are flower sets with a difference. There is something really special about these. And the main thing is because it allows you to cut out both the negative image and the positive image of the same flower, and I'll show you how it works. So it's very, very cool. You can probably see what I mean when I show you a different card. This one you can see a little bit better probably on the video. I've got a piece of white on top where I've cut the negative image, you can see there, and underneath I've got my Blushing Bride cardstock, which shows the colour through. So that's using the negative image of this, and then the silver one on here is using the positive image. Okay, so let's show you how it works. You're going to need your Big Shot. Now I use my regular platform for this with the thin die adapter on top, which is the one that comes standard with the Big Shot these days. If you have an older Big Shot, you might have the ones that open out. You'll need it completely closed if you're using the one with the hinge. So all right, so let's go, and I'm going to actually first of all cut out a flower with this. Now the dies themselves, there's 11 of them in the pack, so they're actually really quite, we left a bit behind, here we go, there it is. We're going to need the outline of the flower, and this is the inside of the flower, okay, and they've got the same for us, the smaller one as well, this the outside and the inside. Just show you there, you can see those two. And also we have a couple of different size frames that will frame each other if you want to use those for a sentiment. We've got some different size leaves and the stems for the flower as well. So lots of possibilities with this stamp set, and they're really cute images as well. Alright, so I'm going to start here with the main image, which is the big one. And I'm going to pop it here on my plate. I'll put my cutting plate on top, and you should be able to see fairly quickly what will happen. I always, just out of habit, roll my framelits through and then back. I just don't mess around. I want to make sure it cuts right the first time. So I can see, looking at that, that's cut really nicely. Best way to get out any more intricate images, these are not that intricate. I'm just using a regular plate. You don't need a precision plate or wax paper or anything fancy. They will just pop out. Okay, so there it is there, and it's come all straight out. Can you see it? Get rid of the leftover pieces. Alright, you should be able to see that quite clearly on the black foam there. Alright, so you can see now I'm working with a negative image. I could put another colour behind it. I can, there's lots of possibilities with this, so you really can decide what to do. I also thought too, we've already got a smaller flower, which is considerably smaller, but if you wanted a medium-sized flower, you could cut the outside edges off and you'd be left with this flower here. I don't know if you can kind of see the shape of it. You would be left with that. However, this is the negative. If I want the positive image of this same shape, then all I need to do is bring my Big Shot back. Now, for this, I like to use the magnetic plate. You don't have to. If you're careful, you can line it up, but I just find it easier to line up with the magnetic plate. So I cut the first layer with the regular platform, but if you're going to do the positive image, you might want to go then to this one, because it just means that you're able to hold it in place better. So hopefully you can see what I'm doing here and why the magnetic plate is bigger for this, better for this. I'm making sure I line it up properly. Trying not to get my head in the shot, but it's almost unavoidable, sorry guys. Alright, so that's lined up really well. Put my plate on top, my other cutting plate. Never worry about your Big Shot making clicking noises as it goes through. It's meant to do that. When it starts making grinding noises, that's a bit of an issue, but the crunching and clicking and clacking is normal for a Big Shot. Alright, so now what I've done is I've actually cut out the whole flower, and I've got a beautiful detailed flower that I can use on a project. Okay, for the card that I've done today, this one is a very simple card really. I'll very quickly make it up. I've used 2 negative images here on the white, and then I've cut out a couple of the other positives there. So all I did was I folded half a piece of A4, or if you're using letter cardstock, that's fine too. And yeah, that's going to be fine, make sure. And I've got a piece of a strip of cardstock here that I'm going to use, and I'm just going to cut the negative, not the positive. And I started by doing it up towards the top, and you can turn the flower whichever way you like. I wanted my 2 flowers to be facing different directions, and I wanted space at the bottom for my so I'm going to go back to my other platform. I actually find my regular platform, for more detail, cuts better. Okay, it's only when you're cutting the outside shape you'll find it more helpful to have the magnetic platform, but I think the regular platform is really good for doing the detail. So I'm going to pop that there. Bring it back. Use the brush to get it out. I love this die brush. It just makes your big shotting so easy. There we go. It's all out. I'm actually just going to tip that on the floor for now. That's what vacuum cleaners are for, right? Okay, same again. Only this time I'm going to go the other way. But I want my flower facing back towards that way. A little bit of spacing between. What did we ever do before we had big shots? I know we managed, but really, I've just watched over the last few years cards. The quality of homemade cards has just gone through the roof because of this wonderful machine. It really is. It's made a huge difference to the way we make cards and to other paper projects. These flowers, to me, would look absolutely beautiful. I mean, wouldn't that look beautiful on a scrapbook page? A little group of those just offsetting a photograph. I just think that'd be lovely. All right, so there's my background piece. Right, so I'm ready to actually start putting this together. All right, I'm using the foil acetate that we have in our annual catalogue. Just a word with this, it does actually have a film on it, a coating, and if you run your fingernails over the back of it, and it's sort of, you'll feel it start to come off, and it actually looks a lot nicer when you take the film off. much better. A lot of people, when I first did this, I didn't know when I first had them that the film was there, and I had quite a few cards that had the film included before I worked out I was supposed to take it off. Just realised my glue dots are over here. Alright, so how do I attach acetate? I put my glue dots right behind the pattern so that you can't really see the glue dots. The dots, these ones, are probably the hardest to hide, but still okay. If I hide them behind a dot, the busier the pattern, the easier they are to hide. Okay, I'm just popping this on. So that's on there. Now this design, I want it a little bit popped up from the paper. If you can pop it up from the paper when you're using a negative image, it creates a little bit of shadow, which actually really adds to nice dimension to the way your card looks. I'm going to pop a dimensional in each corner, and then I'm also going to put a couple on the sides here as well. I love white and silver together. I just think it's such an elegant way to go, and about the same I like vanilla and gold as well, but I think I use the silver more than I use the gold. Right, so I'm just going to position this over, and it just overlaps that foil just a little bit, and that's how this is coming together. Then I want to add my other pieces. Now this one I think is a little big for this. You could add it, I mean it would still be pretty, but Actually, I think it would look better with the smaller one. You use the smaller one exactly the same as this one. You cut it out first for your detail, and if you want the positive image, you then cut that out with the perfectly matching piece around the outside. So really easy to use. The leaves don't do the flower thing. They don't do the negatives. They only do positive ones. So it cuts out the detail of the leaf and it cuts out the edges at the same time. So then you've got your leaves that you can just add. All right, so I had a leaf here and I had a leaf here. So let me show you again what I've done. Okay, so flower, small flower, I put a leaf here and here and a little one up top and two big ones. And I've also used the small frame from the same framelit set to cut out this little shape, and I embossed the word hello. That hello, if you're looking for it, is from the Flourishing Phrases stamp set. And that's it. It's actually a very easy card. I hope you've enjoyed learning a little bit more about stylish stems. As you can see, open to lots of possibilities. I can't wait to see what everybody else is going to do with theirs, but it's a beautiful set and I hope you enjoy it. Thanks for watching today, guys. Back tomorrow with day 9. Bye.